Alright, y'all, we are here at the old Casey's here. We're fixing to do us a new video. We got to go up to Jonesboro and load here in a minute and go to Missouri. So we're stopping here at Casey's in BB, Arkansas. We're gonna get us some 302 a gallon diesel. This guy right here, there's a pump over there that is you can use it, but the satellite's not working. I'm wanting to fill up both my tanks. So anyway, this guy right here comes in and he is just doing one tank, and he just pulled up to that one. So he's not even using the satellite. So lovely. This is just trucking. That's the way it is anymore. It just I don't know, people just not using their head or not thinking. I guess we all get that way sometimes. But anyway, we're gonna wait on him to go pay for his fuel, since he didn't feel like he needed to freaking pull up. It would have been nice if he would have. Then I could have got some fuel, but no. And like I said, people just don't think, don't care. I don't know what. I don't know what it is. But anyway, he is definitely in my dang way. So anyway, so we're gonna go load, and we're doing something. We're loading at a place I've loaded at a bunch of times, in a particular place, at that place that I don't load at, don't know anything about it, picking some stuff up never picked up before. So anyway, we'll see how it all works out. Alright, so we made it up here. We're up here at Riceland in Jonesboro, and we've got a truck loading and two waiting there. So I don't know how long it takes to load here. Never loaded here before, never got loaded here before. So hopefully it won't take too long. I'm hoping maybe, you know, maybe 10-15 minutes a truck or something. But it may actually take longer, I don't know. But I hope not, because I'm ready to go take a shower and get on up to where I'm going. It's about 4.5 hours to where I'm going, and it's going to be a long night if I don't hurry up and do it. So we'll see. How this goes, how this plays out here in a minute. Okay, well, we were right there, and now we're supposed to be back in there. So we are going to try and turn around here. This dumpster's kind of in the way, so we had to back up, try and regroup a little bit. We're gonna try and turn around and see what this guy come out a while ago and was like, I said, rice bran. He's like, supposed to be, I called it something or other, but I said, well, it's supposed to be pelletized. He's like, yeah, that. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know what he said. He called it something other than pellets though, so I don't know. We'll figure it out here in a minute. Get backed up in the shed here and get my tarp rolled over real quick, and maybe we'll get loaded before these other trucks get the heck on out of here. Okay, complete new one on me. We load ourselves. So anyway, there's a piece of tape on that, and I'm guessing that's where you're supposed to stop your mirror with 42-foot trailer. So we load ourselves. I'm gonna go back here, and these are called collets. Never hauled none of these before. I got about another foot or so I can go. Need to see where the spout is. The spout, I don't know. I ain't really crazy. I got this convex mirror here, and I'm trying to figure out exactly where everything's at. So let's chop up here. Okay, that's where it's at, right there. It ain't exactly where I want it, but it'll be fine, I guess. We figured out what the convex mirror is for, I guess. guess we'll just put a pile in here and watch our gauge, see how it goes. Kind of wish I could load the front of my trailer a little bit better, but I'd probably put a little bit bigger pile in the front and shake it down if it works out like that. Even though the way that the trajectory of that thing, kind of the way it's going, I mean, like it's kind of loading about where I want it to, so it's not that bad, not that bad. We're right dead in the center too. Somehow or another, I backed up in this building for the first time and lined that up center. Wonders never cease. Let's just see how this goes. We're building up pressure on the gauge. We'll stop that just a little bit past 20, so I just don't know how this stuff's going to weigh out. You know, if we got to put big piles in it, that's why I brought my big trailer. Alright, so we got a pretty big pile there. I think we're going to go ahead and shut this off and pull up just a tad. We don't need very much to make that happen. All that's going to slide down pretty good anyway, so we'll pull up, I don't know, maybe about 3 or 4 feet. Alright, so we're going to give it just a second for our suspension to get back to where it needs to be here. I'm thinking we'll put just a smidge on the back. Or in the back pile, that is. Just don't really want to get this thing overloaded. Have to dump some of it. We'll put a little bit more in there. Too far from shutting that off. I don't want to get it too heavy. I'm going to go ahead and shut it off now. I'm going to call that good. You go ahead and load the back now. Alright, so the way the trajectory is on this thing, it's kind of hard to get it load the back like I wanted it to, so I had to pull up a lot further than I thought I would have to. It's coming out the back, dang it. Okay, all this I was worried about spilling out the back is actually not really on me. We're about where we're going to be on that, but yeah, it is spilling out of there straight into that. So ain't nothing I can do about that until I back up some. Alright, so we are still loading this thing and making us a pile right there. So I don't know how much the density is on this versus like regular rice bran. I figure it's going to be take a lot bigger piles and a lot more of the trailer than regular stabilized rice bran, which regular stabilized rice bran sometimes it don't take up all the trailer. So all right, let's go check our gauge, see where we're at. We're kind of on this hill, so we're kind of having to guess at it. We still like a little bit, so all right. Let's see where we're at here. Turn this off. Alright, make us another pile. We're going to have to fill the back up pretty good, I think. Alright, we're getting pretty close, which is good because we're running out of room real quick here. Huh. I don't know. I'm going to have to get up there and look and see what we got. It's hard to see in that mirror exactly what I do. Alright, so I think we're about where we need to be. I hope we didn't get too heavy. We're gonna pull it out here and see what happens. Get her on level ground, roll my tarp real quick and see what happens. Alright, so we are going by the scale house right now. The scale house is currently closed, so we had to scale in on scale 10, which is not the easiest thing to do, but you know, I mean, like, if you ain't watching what you do, you can definitely get messed up. That's why there's battle wounds all over this building over here. So we're gonna ease in here and see if we can't see if we got a load. I'm afraid I'm probably about 1,500 pounds heavy is what I'm afraid of. And that's gonna suck because I'll have to go back over there and take it off. Ooh, yeah. Let's put this thing in low and really watch what we're doing. Yeah, that pole's been skinned up a time or two. All right, we're almost straight up in here. Pretty close to being straight. I don't know. Yeah, time we get down here. Now, coming in here my 359, it is something else, y'all. All right, let's go see what we're weighing. Okay, we're all right. 78, 480, and I just feel completely up with fuel. And I wish I wouldn't have done that. I probably could have put a lot more on there, but I forgot I wasn't loading. When I was looking at my gauge, I wasn't loading for gross. I was loading for axle, and I can't axle 80,000 pounds with this thing. So like what I'm loaded at right now should be all my axles equal, and I forgot all about that small detail. So that being said, if I wouldn't have filled up with fuel, I could have put some more weight on there and still been able to axle it. It don't matter where it's going. There's only one scale house and it should be closed. Should. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. This is, I think this is flat rate on this one, so I should be good. Should be good on that. So let's go over here and see about getting our paperwork, and I gotta go find me a shower somewhere. It is, the closest shower is actually going the opposite direction on the other side of Jonesboro. So we might do that because the nearest shower going towards where we're going is about 3 hours away, or 2.5, something like that. And it's already like 7 o'clock. So I would say that I'm not going to find a parking spot if I go over to where, if I go to the place towards where I'm going. So I might have to cut back, go, you know, 10 or so miles back, get us a shower. But as nasty as I am right now, I probably need it because I've been loading white rice today and it was good and dusty, and didn't come up here, and that wasn't bad dusty, but it's humid today and I am sticky, sweaty, nasty. So I think what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and bite the bullet and drive back across town and then back over here across town to go towards where I'm going. So alrighty, I don't know, I don't know how these guys do this. If they, I guess they probably, I don't know. Usually I get my paperwork when I'm loading white rice. I get it over at this building to the left of us here, and I park right where I'm at, but I don't guess it matters. I can just drive over here and then loop back around, and no, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna park right here because that's gonna be hell getting out of here. It's just easier to walk. Just easier to walk over there, I think. Let me back up here and we'll walk our paperwork over there. That's what we'll do. All right, y'all, we're getting ready to go blast off here and go to Missouri. Kind of knocking a tire or two before we get going. Oh yeah. Woo, got my lights on. Got my cab lights on. We're getting ready to go. We're gonna blast off, and we still got a little bit of time before we. Pretty good amount of time, about 4.5 hours up there. So we got to get smoking pretty good right here. Oh. All right, we finally made it over here. And of course I get here and there is a truck in front of me. So anyway, we're gonna ease up in here and get sampled real quick and see about getting unloaded. I'm about ready to take a nap or something. It's been a long day. Alright, that wasn't bad. Maybe, I don't know, an hour and a half, close to 2 hours. The guy come and woke me up a while ago. He's like, we're going to get you in here in a second. And this place is kind of tight. I hope my trailer gets straight before I get in here. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. One thing about it is coming off quick. I'm going to cut this thing back. Well, we definitely got locked up in here, and I always hate going anywhere. I have to shut the dang truck off. But anyway, it's part of the deal here. But yeah, these 80 million dirt dauber nest here, they're coming off pretty easy. So I didn't turn the vibrator on, didn't do nothing. It just comes straight on out. So yeah, I give this stuff a 10 out of 10 a hauling. I guess I really need to watch. That ain't no lower than what it is. I need to watch what I'm doing better. In case y'all are wondering what these big A-frames are here, it's got hydraulic cylinders in there. And what this does is, this is kind of a smaller one, so it lets me think that this is just for bob trucks, maybe a short trailer if you dollied it down. But this whole platform down through here, it will lift right here. And back here, this piece right here, this is a backstop right here. You see it's hinged, and it'll come up and lock, and it will lock the back of the truck or trailer. Like I said, this is kind of a short one, so I'm guessing this just for a bob truck, but I don't know. A 40-foot trailer probably would work on that. The dolly legs would be at the very end down there, but it'd probably work. But yeah, that's what that does. That backstop comes up, locks up against the back of the trailer or truck, and just get the hydraulic system going here, and it'll raise up and dump that stuff right in that pit over there. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they still use it or not. I know it's probably still functional because the piping for it, I looked at the piping over here and there's a huge hydraulic leak over there, so I'm thinking, yep, or not a huge hydraulic leak, it's just got a hydraulic leak. So yeah, so it and the valve's on, so yeah. Anyway, all right, I'm fixing to get up here and take me a drink of water and wait on this thing to unload. All right, that one is in the history books. I had been to this place in several years, but it's still not a bad place to go to, all in all, but it's certainly a bad place to get to. And I don't, just for that, I'm out, dog. But anyway, we're fixing to go over here and scale back out and try and get over here and take us a nap somewhere. Lord have mercy. Alright, gang, we are headed out today. Took a little nappy poo and we're going to head back to the house. I don't know what we're going to do today, if we'll make it home in time to do anything or not, but I am glad this little chore's over with right here. I say it's over with. We got unloaded. We got to go back through the sticks and the hills and the hollers and all these back roads headed back home before we can say this journey is has ended. So I'll do a little shooting of some video coming back. Ain't gonna be much to see. We're not gonna go pick nothing up or nothing like that. We're just heading back today because it's the 3rd of July. Tomorrow's Independence Day, and I wish all you guys a good 4th of July.